This is part of being an adult, I suppose. Good morning, guys. I am now starting to edit the vlog, eating breakfast, and watching the shit show that is the American presidential debate. If you're not from America, I'm so sorry. I apologize on behalf of all Americans. This is kind of like watching WWE, like an entertaining boxing match type thing. Okay, you guys know that our bathroom is disgusting, and obviously it's not our doing. We don't own this place, so it's kind of whatever. We're just using it. It's not my world, I'm just living in it. I don't know, at least I cleaned all the mold off the toilet seat. I just want to show you something. I know there's hair on here. Sorry, this is really gross. What's dripping from this? What is that? What the heck? Moments like these make me happy that I'm leaving in like 4.5 weeks. Let me just clear something up. Gotten some comments on the Beijing apartment video saying, oh my gosh, that place is so disgusting. How can you live there? You need to get a new place. It looks unsafe. It is not unsafe living here. Neighborhood-wise, this is a really great neighborhood. There's kids who live here. There's families who live here. It's not unsafe. The apartment is a piece of crap. I'll give that to you. China's kind of known for, they call it corner cutting on construction. There's a lot of, like, there's a phrase that they say, "差不多." It's like, good enough. Like, not much difference, but it'll work. So that's kind of what we're working with to start with. And on top of that, a lot of expats and foreigners who come to China have companies that they're coming here with. And a lot of times the company will hook them up with a nice apartment. Eric is a student and an intern, so he has a grant, but it's not enough to cover a really nice apartment. We ended up kind of settling for something we would normally live in, knowing that realistically, like, we're fortunate enough to know that we probably never have to live somewhere that looks quite like this ever again. Unless I like volunteer with the Peace Corps or something like that and like live in a village, but that's a whole nother topic. Probably not gonna happen until retirement if we do decide to do the Peace Corps. This apartment is fine. It suits our needs. Everything said and done, I'll have been here for 3.5 months. Eric will have been here for about 5 months. Honestly, it works for us. And the other thing I wanted to say, Beijing apartments are very, very expensive. With your budget, you have to kind of choose what's more important, either location or the quality of your apartment. We chose location. If you want a really nice apartment but you have a limited budget, you're kind of forced to live on more of the outskirts of Beijing and commute into Beijing when you want to come here. And we didn't want that. We wanted to be central, and we were willing to sacrifice on the quality of the apartment. So we might actually be paying the same amount as someone living in a nicer apartment outside Beijing, but we're paying for the location. 'Cause we're in the Chaoyang district, which is like really close to a lot of things in Beijing. Also, I know I have a zit right here. I'm working on it, okay? I've been putting like tea tree oil on it, so it should dry out really soon. Also, speaking of apartment problems, the sink like won't stop dripping. It's really annoying. It drives me crazy. I feel like I'm wasting water. I don't know what to do to it. Oh, also, if you see a toothbrush here, that's not what we brush our teeth with. We use that to get, like when we're cleaning our water bottles, that's just a toothbrush that we use to like clean under like the lip of the water bottle so that, you know, it can actually get into the spots. Because check out your water bottles, guys. If you drink out of like a water bottle like this, check them out. You might have some mold in there. It's pretty nasty, so we try to clean our water bottles regularly. Oh, by the way, I did actually end up listening to the entire presidential debate. It's so funny that I'm like open with religion with you guys, but I'm like hesitant to talk about politics just because I don't want it to turn into a heated discussion in the comments. Let me just say one thing though. I don't know if you guys know this. I have a bachelor's degree in rhetoric, and I have professionally judged debates in the past. I believe that one candidate appealed mostly to logos and ethos that actually had some foundation, and the other candidate appealed to all the emotions, pathos basically, unfounded ethos, and made a lot of personal attacks, not just on the opponent, but on world leaders. I think it was a ridiculous debate, and I don't really understand, like, there's one person who was such a clear winner to me as far as like a professional debate judge would like judge things, because with a debate there's a flow chart and there's an argument process. So you basically, you're crafting arguments. Your opponent needs to be opposing each argument that you bring up and then bringing up new arguments for you to oppose. So that's kind of the way a debate flowchart would work. and there was such a clear winner to me, but I saw this Twitter poll, and the poll was like completely opposite of what I thought, and I was just so ashamed. I have to say, I'm very thankful to be in China during this particular election, because this is the most ridiculous election I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm just glad that I don't have to be in America listening to everyone's bullshit during this time. I'm actually arriving in America not very long after the election day. Little known fact, not all the votes are counted on November 8th, which is election day. The votes will not all be counted by then. The votes are actually not going to be counted until at least a week after that, maybe 2. But the media likes to call the election right away. But there is a legal process that they go through. So the election is called, and it's because it's very likely, but they don't actually have the official numbers until more than a week after the election day. So that's a fun fact, but I'll be arriving in the US pretty much when it's known who's going to be the next president. So hopefully everyone will just accept it and get over it by then, and we can all just move on with our daily lives, and we don't have to watch this presidential debate crap anymore. It's so frustrating. Did anyone else watch it? Comment below if you watched the debate. If you're not in America, kudos to you for keeping up on politics. I reheated some of the leftover breakfast for dinner that Eric made. This is sort of potatoes O'Brien. Very large potatoes O'Brien. That's fine. So I just heated this up for lunch. Have I ever shown you guys how I set up for videos? Let's do a fun little time lapse so you can see. This is what it takes to set up for a sit down chatty video. And yes, I'm still wearing sweatpants. And we're ready. We got the DSLR, got the chair, gotta go get the notes that I've written on my laptop, and then I'm gonna film this video. Yay, I filmed my video. I'm so excited because I've been putting this off for actually a couple days now, so I feel really bad. Because it is a collaboration. Also, I have a question for you guys. Do you happen to know any good websites or resources for someone who's possibly interested in switching out a DSLR that is hardly used? Honestly, I do not use this as much as I should. It's really almost brand new. Switching out a starter DSLR camera with a vlogging camera. I really want the Canon G7X. What YouTuber doesn't? And I don't think I need this anymore. I think I can sacrifice this camera for the Canon G7X. So I'm trying to figure out a good place to sell this, and then maybe I can just go ahead and buy the Canon G7X, or a place where people do trades, or let me know if you know of anything. Really strongly considering. I mean, I don't really want to sell this, but I think it'd be smart, and then I can always get a different one later. I'm definitely gonna check out Cyber Monday deals too. So if any of you guys work at electronics stores and you know about any of the Cyber Monday deals ahead of time, send me a DM. Guys, I actually look like a respectable human right now. Well, I had lip stain on, and then I wiped it off because it was bothering me, but I did my eyebrows, I did my eyelashes. My hair doesn't look awful. Well, it's not great, but it's not in the top bun. And then look, I'm wearing booties, and I got skinny jeans, and I got a striped shirt. I know how to dress myself. Woo! Not that you guys have ever commented on that. Actually, I want to show you both sides. I know how to dress myself, I just usually don't care. But yeah, I'm feeling it today, feels good. I need to go get cash out of the ATM. Bit of a situation with the rent, whatever. We're supposed to pay, apparently, 3 months of rent at one time, 1 month before that first month that you're paying for starts. I know this is very confusing. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I need to go get cash out, and then I am going to get some stuff from the market. I'm gonna make fried rice tonight, veggie fried rice. And then I'm not gonna show you the market today because I showed you yesterday. So I'm going to do a grocery haul with y'all. I had to rhyme that. It was just too easy. I just spent way too long researching the Canon G7X, even though I already know that's what I want. Because I was curious about can I take something that's a big enough file size to use as a featured image on my blog, which the answer is yes, I can. It's going to be twice as big as I need it. How it compares to my DSLR. Obviously, a lot of the specs for my DSLR are better because it's a DSLR. It's not quite as compact. But as far as such a compact camera goes, the Canon G7X is so tiny, and it has that flip-up screen that I want so bad. You can do it in selfie mode, so I can actually see what the hell I'm vlogging, which is kind of nice. Also, I have eyes in the back of my head. Didn't even think about that. What a bonus. But yeah, I already know I want it, and I just did a bunch of research on it, watched YouTube videos and read reviews and tech specs and all that kind of stuff, and I'm okay, now I really want it My heart skips a beat when I think about it. I'm pretty positive that I'm gonna have the G7X before Christmas. I'm probably gonna get it on Cyber Monday. Hopefully that works out. I want to improve the quality for you guys. As you can see, the GoPro is like almost like fisheye, and then also it sucks in low lighting. Like, it did not do a very good job at the Wangfujing night market. My phone does a better job in low lighting, and my DSLR is just like, oh my god, my arm hurts like if I try to vlog with it. So I really don't even use my DSLR because I'm usually vlogging, and the DSLRs just don't really work for that. If you guys are vloggers, what camera do you use? Comment down below. I'm super curious. Definitely leaning toward the Canon G7X, but I'm open to other ideas too, because that is a very expensive camera. All right, I'm gonna head out. Been home for 5 seconds, my hair is already in a bun. I want to show you what I got from the market. I think these are just green onions. They're like mini leek. Oyster mushrooms, fresh ginger, broccoli, corn, and some already peeled and ready to go edamame. I mean, I have to boil it first because we learned from Lauren's Drunk Kitchen, we learned on that show, that we gotta boil our edamame before we eat it because it's actually poisonous if you don't do that. Who would have thought? Ridiculously large mango, more passion fruit. I'm an addict. Some of these guys, which I believe are tangerines. So yeah, I'm gonna do a fried rice tonight for dinner with all those vegetables that I got. The fruit's just for snacking. I was gonna put in this pepper in the fried rice, but it's not looking so good. Fried rice is a great way to use up vegetables that you've had sitting around and you haven't done anything with. There's some weird pepper leakage happening over here. Oh, I have these tiny peppers too. In Thailand, these are called mouse shit peppers. I'm not joking you. We've had these carrots so long they're sprouting. Are they gonna grow new carrots? Ooh, exciting. I'm so frustrated. Ugh, America's healthcare system. I don't want to participate. Can I just do all my healthcare in Canada? Okay, so as you know, I turned 26 in early September. And so I have basically 60 days, I think it is, to sign up for a new health insurance policy before I start getting charged like a fee, basically. So I was doing some research on that, and I went to a bunch of different websites. And then once I settled on the one I needed, it's down for maintenance for the next like 2 hours. So that's really frustrating. I want to keep researching that because I need to do that soon. Honestly, I should qualify for free healthcare, but just all very frustrating because technically I don't make any money. It's mainly confusing because I don't have an address right now. I'm in China, so I don't have an address at the moment, so I'm using my parents' address, which is in Washington, but in January we're going to be moving back to California, and my license is in California. I'm registered to vote in California, so it's all very confusing because it's very regional. That's the issue. So the most affordable healthcare options are regional. My point is, travel between the two states, so like the multi-state healthcare coverage is the most expensive kind you can get, and I have no money, so it's like, it's such a pain in the ass. Okay, and then after that, I put the annotations and the cards on my newest video that I just uploaded, and then I realized there's a big chunk of it that I meant to delete. I was like editing it, and there's like this long period of silence. I just like said something that was totally irrelevant to what I was talking about, and normally, as you can see, I try to like cut down my videos to make them like fun to watch, and I forgot to cut this particular part out, and it was like kind of long. After doing all the work with the thumbnail, the description, the tags, everything's all set to go. It's scheduled, ready to go. Then I realized there's a problem with it, which means I need to start back at the export stage. So I had to pull those clips out, and right now I'm re-exporting it, so then I'll have to re-upload it. It's all very frustrating. I'm gonna take my aggression out by cutting up vegetables now. So this is some rice with garlic, ginger, chili peppers, green onion, and cilantro. And then this is edamame, corn, peppers, mushroom, broccoli. We're gonna dig in. As always, the vlog is ending in the bedroom because I'm tired. I've just been laying in here watching some YouTube and relaxing. I basically spent the rest of my evening applying for healthcare, woo! And also booking an appointment for my always flaring up eczema. I'm hoping to get an appointment at like an international doctor in Beijing. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. And no, I don't want to go to a Chinese hospital because Eric doesn't have the time to come with me. Like, he can, but I'd rather not spend our weekend that way. Like, I'd rather just go by myself and get it over with and go to someone who speaks English, because I know that's an option. Might pay a little bit more, but that's okay. That's basically it. Just boring adult things. This is part of being an adult, I suppose. Shopping for healthcare online. All my social media links are down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.